Welcome to the deep dive.
Okay, so there's this feeling out there, right? This anxiety maybe that AI is coming for our jobs. You hear it
Oh,
everywhere.
the whole replacement idea?
Exactly. But what if that's like not the full picture? What if it's actually fundamentally changing our role at work? We're going to dive into this really interesting idea today. If AI is the new software, are we humans becoming the hardware?
It's quite an analogy, isn't it? And to really get it, you kind of have to look back, not like way back to the Industrial Revolution, but more recently to computing itself.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding that history, that shift is, I think, absolutely key to figuring out where AI is really going and, where we fit in, our unique value.
Okay, right. Let's unpack that then. Computing history. So thinking back, the early days, hardware was king, yeah?
Absolutely. The big mainframes, filling rooms, all circuits and wires, that was the magic, the focus, the massive cost. It was all physical engineering, really.
Tangible stuff.
Totally tangible. But then software started creeping in, kind of quietly at first.
Right. And it turned out to be, well, way faster, cheaper, and just incredibly flexible for building things, for innovating, stuff you couldn't easily do just by rewiring hardware. It sort of democratized things.
Okay, so software starts rising. But the hardware didn't just disappear.
No, not at
No.
all. It changed. Fundamentally, hardware got specialized, modular, and crucially, it became abstracted.
Abstracted. How so?
Well, think about it. The focus shifted. Developers, users, they stopped needing to know how to build every single circuit.
Ah,
Instead, the smarts became knowing which pre-built chip or module or architecture to use. Software sort of hid the complexity of the hardware underneath.
made it less visible.
Exactly. Less visible, abstracted, even you could say commoditized in many ways. And that totally shifted the power dynamic, where the value was created. Hardware became this reliable foundation, sure, but software was where the action was.
Wow. Okay. So connecting that back,
Yeah.
this is where it gets really interesting. There's that phrase people are saying now.
But what about AI?
Yeah. AI isn't going to replace humans, but a human using AI will replace one who doesn't.
Right. Hearing that a lot.
Now, put that next to what you just described. Software isn't going to replace hardware,
Hmm.
but hardware that runs software will replace hardware that can't.
Whoa.
It
Yeah.
clicks, right? The parallel is pretty striking. It really makes you think we might be, well, the hardware in this new equation.
It really does.
So if we run with that idea, AI is the software, we're the hardware.
Yeah.
What does that mean for us? Can we, like hardware, be abstracted, even commoditized? Seems a bit uncomfortable.
It does sound uncomfortable, but maybe less surprising when you look closer. The groundwork, it's already here. Abstraction of humans. I mean, think about it.
Like how?
Think about interacting with, say, a big company's customer support. You often start with a chatbot, right?
Yeah, usually.
And if you get to a human, you rarely know who they really are, their name, their story. You're interacting with a function, a role. The system presents you with support agent.
Right. It's the role, not the specific person.
Exactly. The individual complexity is hidden. Or think about gig work apps like Uber or food delivery. You're getting a service, a function transport, a meal. You're not usually focused on the individual person providing it, their dreams or whatever. The system abstracts them into a functional unit.
Okay, I see that. And then commoditization. Isn't that kind of already a thing? People always say you're not irreplaceable.
Totally a thing. It's just always been about how hard or expensive it is to replace someone, being a cog in the machine.
You could call it LOACA? Maybe. Labor as a cog.
Lilac, I like it. But yeah, AI is just putting that on fast forward. It's accelerating the process, making it easier to standardize and swap out tasks, even quite complex ones.
So it's speeding up that cog process.
Massively, because AI is getting so good, so fast at many cognitive tasks. Tasks that used to be purely human domain. So those systems we already have for abstracting jobs, for treating labor as a commodity, they're becoming supercharged by AI.
Meaning more roles get replaced.
Either replaced directly by AI doing the whole task, or, and this is probably more common right now, replaced by other humans who are using AI to be way more productive, way more accurate. The bar for just doing the task is rising or maybe lowering in terms of human necessity. The focus shifts
Shifts to what?
to managing the AI maybe, or critically stepping in when the AI messes up, correcting it.
It's funny, though, you still hear people pushing back hard, like real denial.
Yeah.
That sort of bullyism, almost. Oh, look, the AI made a mistake. See? It can't replace us.
Yeah, that's a common reaction, and it usually comes from, well, frankly, a bad comparison.
How so?
They're comparing, like, a 5-year-old AI that's still learning, often deliberately held back to a 30-year-old human expert with decades of experience.
Right, apples and oranges.
Totally. They see the AI's current mistake and think, I'm safe. But what they're really demonstrating is their own skill at spotting errors, their critical judgment. The AI, it's learning incredibly fast. It's getting the right answer more and more often.
So it might not replace the person spotting the mistake.
Exactly. That person, the one with the critical eye, the domain knowledge to see the flaw, they become more valuable. But the AI can replace others who are just slower or make more errors themselves.
So the real human superpower becomes skepticism, verification.
Precisely. Deep skepticism, knowing how to check the AI's work and having the expertise to fix it when it's wrong. That critical faculty, that's the irreplaceable bit, for now at least.
Okay, so thinking bigger picture, all these changes, this rapid AI development, people start wondering about bubbles, right? We've seen tech booms and busts. Is there an AI bubble happening now?
It's definitely a hot topic. But, it doesn't quite feel like the dot-com bubble. Back then, you had tons of, frankly, stupid apps with no real demand.
Yeah, pets on the internet.
Right. Today, the demand for AI is huge across almost every sector. The real worry, if there's a bubble risk, seems to be more on the supply side.
Supply side, like building the AI.
Yeah. Think about the cost. Training these huge foundational models, it costs insane amounts of money. Hundreds of millions, billions sometimes, before they even make a cent back. Yeah. That's a lot of pressure on funding.
Okay, the cash burn, what else?
And the infrastructure, these things run on massive server farms using unbelievable amounts of energy. Is that sustainable, scalable long term? What energy costs spike? Or chips get even more expensive?
Infrastructure bottlenecks.
Could be. Or what if there's a breakthrough? Maybe powerful AI that runs on, like, your laptop. That would disrupt the whole cloud-based model the big players rely on.
Right.
And then there's regulation, economic downturns. Things that could suddenly make those expensive AI subscriptions unaffordable for businesses. So, yeah, demand looks solid, but the supply side, the logistics, that's where the fragility might be.
Yeah, it makes sense. It also brings up, well, the really big one. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, the AI that can do anything a human can, maybe better. You hear so much about it. Is it like just around the corner?
Yeah, AGI gets a lot of hype. It's important to be clear here. What we mostly have now are large language models, LLMs, incredible tech.
The chat GPTs of the world.
Exactly. And while we understand the basic architecture, the math behind them, we don't fully get why they suddenly show these intelligent-seeming behaviors at scale, or how they generalize so well. It's kind of mysterious still.
An emergent property.
Kind of. Which leads to these philosophical questions. Is it really artificial? Or is it more like some weird, complex, digital natural intelligence? It's a bit out there, maybe, but it shows we're still figuring it out.
Okay, so the why is still fuzzy. But what about the when for AGI? People talk like it's inevitable.
And that's the key word, talk. Saying AGI will happen someday is speculation. It's not a guaranteed fact. Think about the hurdles.
Like the cost you mentioned.
Exactly. It might just be too insanely expensive to build and run true AGI with current or even foreseeable tech. Maybe physically impossible with energy constraints. Or maybe it just doesn't have a practical use in our society as it is now.
Or maybe it wouldn't interact with us the way we imagine.
Could be. Maybe it operates on a totally different level. Doesn't mean it's hostile, just different. Maybe it evolves past us, leaves us behind. So yeah, AGI isn't science fiction fantasy, but it's a rival. The timeline is completely unclear. It might not even be feasible because of real-world economic, physical limits. The when, if, how, all big question marks.
Right. So wrapping this up then, the big takeaway feels like there's no going back. Is there? What AI has shown us, we can't just unsee it.
No, you really can't. The old ways are fading.
And people still in denial.
Yeah.
They're going to have to face this new reality eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Yep, and putting it bluntly again, AI isn't going to replace you.
An AI-enabled human will replace you.
That's the core of it.
You know, it makes me think of that line from The Incredibles, Syndrome's line.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
When everyone's super pet. No one will be. If everyone gets this AI superpower.
That's a great point, which leads to the real question we should probably leave people with. If everyone have AI assistants, what skills, what human qualities become more valuable then? What makes you truly stand out when so much cognitive heavy lifting is abstracted or done by AI.
What does real human specialization look like in that world?
Exactly. What's uniquely, indispensably human when everyone's got an AI sidekick? That's something I think we all need to be thinking about deeply.
That is definitely a thought-provoking place to end this deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us as we explored this really crucial shift. We hope it's giving you, our listeners, a new way to think about AI and your own future.
Hope so too.
And hey, if you love this content, please do share this deep dive with others. Please be sure you click like on this video and definitely subscribe to our channel for more insights like this.
And just remember, keep learning, keep thinking critically. In this changing world, those are your best tools.